Come on, Simba, jump. 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 Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals. It is 10:05 a.m. Hello, Hydrox. I just opened the back door about 5 minutes ago, and I saw Hydrox like walking past the patio, and so I gave him food. Can you see that plate of food? He barely ate any of it, which makes me think he either ate out of the feeder or he had another meal. Maybe he really likes the new food in the feeder. The feeder now has like Trader Joe's food. Oh, he's going over to the water. It rained overnight and everything's still wet. I'm hoping everything dries up today because I really wanted to winterize the patio today. There's Hydrox drinking from the very large water bowl. Today's also the day that I need to give the cats their second dose of the Pyrantel pommel weight for the roundworms. Now, I have not seen any signs or symptoms of roundworms from them since the last time that they took it, but when Boo had his stool tested, they only found like roundworm eggs, so we'll see what happens with that. Now, I'm very confident for being able to give it to like Boo, Simba, and Stella, and I tried giving it to Splash last night, and that did not go well at all. And I also tried again a little bit this morning. Again, that did not go well at all. So he is going to be a very, very big challenge. I feel like I was able to do it the first time because he really didn't know what was going on. But now he knows. Like now he's more aware of the situation. So yeah, we'll see what happens today. Today, for the second part of his breakfast, Boo is getting the Nature's Variety freeze-dried chicken bites, which have been smashed up and mixed with water. Let's see if he likes these. So he's eating them so far. Let's see how much he eats. We'll come back and see how much he finished. And that was the first half of his breakfast. He hardly ate any of it. It was the primal raw duck nugget. The downstairs cats are getting the same Nature's Variety chicken bites, but they're getting the frozen raw. So Boo got the freeze-dried raw, all smashed up with some added water, and the other cats are getting the frozen raw. It would be so much easier if Boo would just eat the frozen raw, but for some reason, he won't eat it. Which makes no sense because the frozen raw is the same exact thing as the freeze-dried raw. It's just a different consistency. Okay, so this is how much Boo ate. I would say he probably ate like 2/3. Maybe he'll go back to it.
Simba, here's your treats. Want your treats, Simba? See ya. Here, Simba. Simba. I can't now. They ate them up already. All right, easy, Boo. Easy.
Where's Splash?
I don't know. He's not here. Come on, Splash. You want treats? Want treats, Splash? Oh, Harry doesn't have it. I like to help him weigh the apple crisp cake. Good boy. You finished?
That's an ostrich feather. This is Boo's ostrich feather. He hasn't played with it in quite a while. I had these on a shelf. It's good to keep cat toys on rotation. You know, let cats play with them and then put them away, because it keeps their interest in the toys. And it's also good for the cats to have, like, variety. Like, Boo's going crazy right now over this. Tickle Boo's belly. Let's tickle Boo's belly. Got him scruffed. We're gonna put it in his mouth. Eat it, Boo. He's fighting it. There we go. There we go. Boo just took all of his medicine. One cat down. So I have Stella scruffed behind her neck, and we were just gonna put it in her mouth, and we're gonna squeeze it. She doesn't like it. It's not comfortable. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, she wasn't really scruffed well there, but she got the medicine down. So here's Simba. Come on, Simba.
Oh, he's spitting it in.
Got it. Good job, Simba. Good job. Good job, Simba. Good job. Good boy. Good boy. You're a good boy, Simba. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You had your medicines. Okay, this is the insulated, custom-made feral cat shelter that has been taken out from under the house. We are going to put the heated pet mat in there, along with the other things, the blankets and things that are put in there for the winter to keep everything warm. Okay, so here's the cat shelter with the heated pet mat. Right here is the heated pet mat. You can see the cord coming out through the door. And over here is the self-heating pet mat. So that one's not electric, but it does reflect the cat's body heat. And then here we have like a blanket and then just some old flannel pajamas, and that helps block any kind of drafts, and it also gives the cat something to kind of curl up in. Good morning, Simba. Good morning, Stella. It's about 9:37 a.m. right now. Good morning, Boo. Stella, Splash, and Simba are getting the Nature's Variety raw chicken bites. Boo is getting the freeze-dried raw chicken bites that have been soaking in liquid all night. The cats are eating their food. Is Boo gonna eat his? Right now he's just licking up the liquid. Yep, it looks like he's gonna eat. Hopefully he'll eat it. Again, he's just licking up most of the liquid. So Boo would not eat his food on the step. I had to bring his food up here into the kitchen, and he still would not eat it. So I had to take one of the freeze-dried chicken bites and crush it up over the reconstituted freeze-dried chicken bites, and then he just ate everything. Cats can be so weird. It's 11 a.m. and the cats are just about to get the second half of their breakfast. And look at Splash. He's hanging out on top of the cat tower, and this is crazy, but I see another face on his nose. Do you see Splash? Do you see the face on his nose? Who is it today? I don't know who that is. Splash, how are you today? Splash, who's on your nose today? Who is that? Splash looks so relaxed right now. Okay, so I just got most of this medicine in Splash. I would say I probably got 2/3 of it or 3/4 of it into him. Here's the problem. I went too slow with it. So like I put some in his mouth and then I wanted to give him time to like chew it or to like swallow it, and that was a mistake. So it's better just to kind of like put it in. But he was resting on the ottoman, and I put my hand out and I started to pet him, and I was able to grab him behind the neck and scuff him a little bit, but then he got loose. So yeah, at least it's progress. Maybe I could get the rest in him sometime today. Boo, do you remember when you lived outside? Do you remember that? Do you remember when you used to go running off into the woods? You don't want to think about that? He says, I want nothing to do with that kind of life anymore. Hello, Simba. Hello, Simba. How are you? How you doing? How you doing, Simba? He's nice and warm. He's been laying in the sun. I'm surprised Boo doesn't spend more time laying in the sun by the windows in his room. Right, Simba? That would make more sense. You're a fluffy boy. Can you hear him purring? You're gonna fall off? You're gonna jump? Simba, you gonna make your big jump? Simba loves flying from the top of this cat tower across the room onto the bed. He loves it. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna show you? Gonna show you his jumping abilities? Simba, jump! Simba, jump! Jump onto the bed. Jump onto the bed. Come on, over here, jump. Jump. Jump over the bed. Jump to the bed. Jump. Boo's coming in the room. Simba might not jump because Boo just came in. Come on, Simba. Show everyone how you jump. Come on, Simba, jump. 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 There it goes. Good job, Simba. You're like an acrobat. You're like Super Simba. You want your cape? Want to put your cape on? Can you fly better with your cape? It's pretty amazing that he would jump on command like that. I have to say, he's pretty well trained. Right, Simba? You're very smart. I mean, he's very smart, too. Not only did he jump on command, but he understood what I was saying. Right, Simba? Are you the smartest of all the cats? You're the fluffiest of all the cats. Okay. I gotta go outside. I gotta go outside and plug everything in for Hydrox because it's gonna get like to freezing tonight, okay? We're getting to like 34 degrees tonight, Simba. You're nice and warm inside. But there's cats outside that are not so warm. We gotta plug some heating units in to keep them warm, right, Simba? Right? We gotta plug in the heating units to keep their little houses. Do you remember the little house, Simba? You guys were the first residents in that little house. You guys were the first tenants. You and Splash and your mommy. You guys were the first cats to live in that custom house. It wasn't as nice as it is today, but it was still nice. You remember living in it? Do you remember how cold you were outside? One of the first times Simba came inside, he was like, his fur was so cold. But the bottom of him, like where he was laying on the heated pet mat, that was warm. But the top of him was cold. And at that time, I believe it was only the self-heating pet mat. It wasn't the one that you plug in, which is what I'm going to go plug in for Hydrox now. Okay, Simba. You be a good boy. Hello, Boo. How are you, Boo? You hanging out here in the sun now? Right, Boo? Yeah, you're smart too. Both you and Simba are the smartest cats. And Stella's the smartest cat also. And Splash is the smartest cat. I got 4 of the smartest cats right here. Right, Boo? It's about 50 degrees out today, but it is super windy. And here's Hydrox. He just came outside. He's laying in the dirt by the house. I gave him some food earlier, and I had to put the plate under this table leg, otherwise it would have blown away. And these are the extension cords that were set up yesterday. This is the cord that goes to the heated pet mat in the shelter. This is the cord that goes to the heated food bowl, which I have to find. And then this is the cord that plugs into the house. And over here, I need to put another timer and hook this up to the greenhouse cord. And there we have it. I just plugged in the heated pet mat. And that cord goes into the vestibule, which goes into the luxury cat shelter. And then here in front of the shelter, the solarium, the sunroom has been set up so that can try to kind of create more heat back there. Now here's the other shelter that is under the house, and I'm wondering if someone's been using it because you see that blanket that's kind of sticking out of it. I don't remember seeing that there yesterday or the day before, so it could be that someone's using it. Now this shelter is in an alcove under the house, which is why I don't really mind using blankets and stuff like that in it because it does stay dry. The shelter stays dry. in the wintertime, when it's snowing, yes, cats might be able to track some snow into that, but I believe what we did last year, I think there's also some straw in there. I don't know if you could see it, but usually there's straw on top of any kind of blankets. I think there was a heated pet mat in this one, so maybe over the next few days this one will be removed and opened and checked out also. I'm not doing it today because it's too windy and too cold. This is the other feral cat shelter on the patio. This one is made out of a dog house. And this one is fully insulated. The floor is insulated. You could probably see some insulation on the floor. The walls are insulated. It has an insulated ceiling, so inside the ceiling does not come to a point like that. It's actually a flatter ceiling because there's a piece of insulation over the top of it. Now inside of this, on top of the bottom insulation, there is a self-heating pet mat, and then on top of that is a bunch of straw. So the cats would go in here and they're actually laying on the straw or kind of curling up in the straw, and then the heated pet mat is underneath that, and that helps to reflect body heat back onto them. And yeah, so that seems to work out well. This is the heated kitty cafe. It has 2 heated bowls. I normally put water in the big bowl and cat food in the smaller bowl. I usually put the wet cat food in these bowls, but right now I just plugged it in, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put water in it. It's still not that cold out. I just put some water in the bowl, and this is a really great product for when the weather gets down into the 30s and the 20s and the teens, and it definitely keeps the water and the food from freezing all winter, even when there's snow out. And right now, since it's in the 50s, you know, it's not the biggest necessity because nothing's freezing, but definitely in the winter it's super, super helpful. Right now it's about 5:45 p.m. and I am trying my first homemade raw food experiment with the cats. And Boo's eating it, and Simba has been eating it. That was Simba's plate. He ate all of it. Simba also ate everything that was on Splash's plate. Boo is on his second plate, and Stella doesn't want anything to do with it. This is just a very basic experiment. I have some boneless chicken breast, some boneless thighs, some chicken livers. I added in some pureed pumpkin baby food, some wheatgrass powder, some ground up pumpkin seeds, and then I took 2 of the freeze-dried rabbit nuggets and I added those. So now Boo really likes it because he just went over to Stella's and now he's eating Stella's. So that's good. Simba likes it, Boo likes it. I want to take some down to Splash. Splash came up here, but then he went back downstairs. I want to see if he'll eat it. Stella refuses to touch it, but I think the real reason why I am trying it is for Boo, because he doesn't want to eat any of the store-bought raw food. So I need to come up with something for him, and he does seem to like it. Okay, I got Stella to eat the food by mixing in a little bit of the chicken baby food. Stella loves that chicken baby food. So I took like a teaspoon of the chicken baby food, and then I added like 2 teaspoons of the fresh raw food. So it's like a 1/3 baby food, 2/3 raw food mixture. And Stella decided to give that a try, and she's on her second small plate of that. So if Stella finishes what's on this plate, then, you know, I would consider her dinner done, because the amount of food on this plate was pretty much the size of like one of the primal nuggets, and this is her second plate, so that would have been like 2 primal nuggets. Splash has not eaten anything yet, and Simba has had a good amount also. And again, this is just a test to kind of see like how open they are to the idea of like homemade raw food. Splash has smelled it, but he won't eat it. I just put half of a handful of crunchies into the food processor and blended it into the food because I wanted to see if Splash would eat it. But Splash smelled it and walked away. And then Boo ran right towards it and Boo's eating it. I don't want Boo to eat too much food because I'm afraid he's going to vomit. So I'll let him eat like a little bit of this, but then I'm taking it away from him. Okay, I just took the food downstairs. Splash still would not eat it, so I put some crunchies on top of it. He's getting really close to eating it. He's thinking about it. Eat your food, Splash. Eat it. That's your dinner. That's it, Splash. Eat your food. Splash, eat your food. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.